You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game, big time edition.
Yes.
I mean, we got the big guy on here today, Michael B. Jordan, man. It's going down, man. We got Creed 3 coming out March 3rd. Listen, man, it's happening, man. How do it feel? This is your directorial debut. How do it feel?
It feels great, man. Honestly, it's a long time coming. You know, I've been, you know, just growing and involved in. Like I say this a lot. I feel like all roads of my life, personally and professionally, kind of led to this one film. You know what I'm saying? Because like the film means so much to me, so much I've been trying to say about it. But then also like it's you know, me personally, it's like I don't know, I'm here now. I finally feel like I'm here. All the accolades, other things, the movies that I've done so far, I feel like this is the one that really kind of puts it all together for me.
It is your rival moment.
I think so.
Absolutely.
That's major.
I feel like it.
Now, growing up, North, that's the hood.
Yep.
Growing up, did you ever connect? Could you ever imagine this? Did you know where your life? Because you know we grew up in the inner cities, and when we see some of our fathers, our uncles, our big brothers go to jail, get in the street culture, get killed. What did you see for yourself, and how was your family structure growing up?
I think for me, like my family was like super important, and always kind of kept my, you know, my ambitions, you know, big. You know, always been a big daydreamer. Always been a dreamer. Always been dreaming. You know, so for me, growing up in Newark, so close to Manhattan represented like just like the possibilities, like just going to the city. Dad taking me to, you know, West Indian Day parades and like going over to like West 4th Street or Chelsea Piers to go hoop and stuff like that. Basketball City, like that represented like just, you know, something that was different than my environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Dad was big in the community with like, you know, neighborhood watch stuff or you know, just like, you know, block parties and just like kind of organizing just like Boys and Girls Club, you know, was like the coach of the community and stuff like that. So we always had a strong sense of like, you know, family and community, you know, within the hood. And for me, never knew I would be directing or like acting or anything like that. But at a young age, I kind of got into other things, you know what I'm saying? Like sports was really big, you know what I'm saying, growing up. But then, you know, have an opportunity, like my mom, she has lupus. So my mom used to go back to doctor's appointments all the time, and the receptionist at the doctor's office had two boys that was into modeling and stuff like that for like Models and Toys R Us and the Sunday paper and stuff like that. And then she was like, "Yeah, why don't you take your son, you know what I'm saying, one of these auditions with me?" So I went and I booked it. And then from then, it was just kind of like one little thing after another. So I never really like wanted to do it. It was just something I kind of did and just kind of found my way and just kind of kept at it.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is presented by Omega Accounting Solution. Omega Accounting Solutions is a small business champion helping those affected during the pandemic. You may be eligible to receive $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit. You were a responsible business owner who continued to pay taxes and employ staff during the pandemic. Recover the payroll taxes you overpaid as a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. All it takes is a quick, easy 10-minute consultation to determine if you qualify. I'm talking about 10 minutes. All it's going to take you is 10 minutes. If you was doing your thing during the pandemic, I'm saying Omega is going to take care of you and help you and assist you to get your money. I'm talking about up to $26,000. All you got to do is take a 10-minute. I'm talking about to take 10 minutes, go in there, answer some questions, 10-minute consultation. I mean, determine if you qualify. And all you got to do is go to OmegaTaxCredits.com/Barstool Sports. OmegaTaxCredit.com/Barstool Sports. Omega Accounting Solutions is a presenting sponsor of $1 Million Worth of Game, and it's just like that, right? And what's so good about it, it's very important, especially in our community. I think a lot of times the fathers are so important in our community because the things you seen your fathers doing, you're doing in the community back in the day, now you're doing. You give back so much to the community. You're doing things for HBCUs. You have so many, and a lot of your partners that you do business with is always something that's dealing with a give back that's taking care of the people. And it's just to see you doing that and not forget what you come from is major, but it goes into you watching your father. And I think fathers is very important what we do with our kids, because
fathers is with a T, not a F.
Well, whatever, man. It don't even matter. Well, you know, he know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And you go into that. But like a lot of people, some people know you from different places. Some people know you as Wallace and, you know, The Wire. Some people know you from when they first seen you. What was that moment when you was like, was it Fruitville Station? What was that moment when you was like, oh, I'm here. Like this is really happening. Like
I think the first time when I was young, it was probably Hardball. This movie called Hardball.
Yeah, Hardball. Yeah, back
then. When we and that was the first time like me and my friends, like, you know, at that point we were catching the bus to the mall. You know what I'm saying? Out in you know, Willowbrook Mall and stuff like that. Yeah. And the first time I sat in the movie theater and saw myself on screen with my best friends, like I think that was like a moment like, okay, cool. And then it was like, all right, how many numbers we gonna get tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that was the thing when you're a young kid going to the mall, like how many numbers you gonna get was a thing. You know what I mean? So I think that was the first time I think at a young age I was like, okay, cool. This is like a moment. I'm doing something like, you know, I'm doing something crazy that I never really imagined. I think Fruitvale Station was another one. There's another milestone kind of moment in me. Like, I never thought I could like carry a film. I didn't know if I could be a lead and actually open up a movie. Like, that's a thing as an actor you want to know. If you come from TV or smaller roles, you know, if you want to be a movie actor, you're like, can I open a movie? That's a real thing.
So actors really have those doubts.
1000%. I think, you know, when so much of your career sometimes is based off what other people think about you, it's a weird industry. It's tough, you know, and I think having that inner confidence or finding it, you know, over you know, project to project, from success to success. You know, Fruitvale Station was one where Ryan Coogler really believed in me and like, you know, and it was like, yo, we're gonna go out and show the world that you can be like a leading actor, and that was a big moment for me. And then fast forward, you know, I think this is another moment for me where it's like, okay, I feel like I just got here. Like I feel like I just got here with this movie, and that's why I think I'm not settled. I'm not comfortable. I still feel I'm what's next? What's next? I'm trying to push to evolve. You know?
It felt good being from Philly though, to see you do Creed and you was down at the Front Street Gym, and it was like it brought like a Philly spirit to it. You know what I mean? Me personally, I think that the Rocky statue is kind of old, so we should replace it with a new one. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out.
You gonna cause a ruckus out there?
I'm just throwing that out there. Rocky been around for 11,000 years. You know, sometimes you got to replace the old with the new. You know, I mean, the next LeBron James is coming.
That's a fact. That's a good point.
The next Steph Curry is coming. The next, you know, Mike had to step to the side and say, okay, it's Kobe time. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there, man. Though you gave me the keys to Philadelphia, you know, can't give me the keys to the city and not expect me to say what I feel.
And it's
Creed statue coming soon.
And it's just like growing up, you know, Rocky. That was just a movie. Yeah, it was bigger than Philadelphia. It was a movie that everybody seen. It's like you could come up and you know, as a kid when you see that movie, just imagine you sitting in the crib or wherever you seen it at first and like, I'm gonna be in here. Yeah, Wallo Creed. That's my pop. Like that's like you go from that. Like, how did that happen?
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, what I think is so great about the Rocky films and with the Creed movies is like, you know, it represents the underdog.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we're underdogs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people feel like underdogs. The world is tough. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go through obstacles and like hardships. So when you see a character that's like that represents you on screen, going through all those trials and tribulations, and somehow he manages to rise from the ashes and reach that mountaintop again. You see yourself doing that, and you feel like I could do that too. And trying to keep that spirit within the Creed franchise was really, really important. And yeah, man. So I think for me was, you know, and Ryan, the goal was, you know, how do you keep making Adonis feel like the underdog? You know, and this movie was something that we tried to do in a real. Did you guys see it? You guys get a chance to see it?
The third one?
No,
third one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you got a chance to see it yet.
Is out?
No, it's not out.
No.
Come out the third.
No, it's not out yet. I didn't know if they sent it through yet. But trying to make Adonis feel like an underdog was a big deal. You know what I mean? And that's what we tried to retain. So like you were saying, like, you know, watching movies like that, we have a responsibility as storytellers to create characters that's going to inspire. You know what I'm saying? And make the youth feel like they can do anything. Right. Because, you know, everybody doesn't have the same luxury of having, you know, mom and dad at home.
No, a lot of people don't.
And having that type of home environment. You know what I'm saying? So this one relatable thing is like, you know, underdog nature, everybody feels like they got something to prove, you know what I'm saying, in the world. So just movies like this is super important.
You go to prison, you come back, you're trying to figure out life, all types of things. You drug addiction. We all go through their moments in life where it's though, because, you know, life don't take it easy on nobody. Nope. And sometimes life put foot to everybody's ass. So it's like, you know, you feel that moment where you just down and you count yourself out. You feel as though people count you out. And you like, I got to come back. Yep. And ain't nothing like a story like Rocky to show, like, man, anything is possible, especially when you living here. Like, you get anything off if you breathe and you got a shot. Now, being a director, right? You go from creating this franchise, unbelievable, but to being a director, now that's a whole lot. Is it anybody that as you came up that you was focusing on, or you was watching or getting game from, us, any director that gave you direct game that was like, this how you, I'm talking about not on the set, I'm talking about in your personal life where you got with them and they set you down. Who was that person?
I mean, it was a few, man, honestly. And directing was something that it was, let me be clear, yo, the acting, all this shit was never really something I was, as a kid, I was like, yo, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's always been like moving with my gut intuition and what like the, you know, fate would have it, like where my path kind of led me, like one step after another. And I was like, all right, I'm here. But once I started like understanding like, you know, the entertainment game and the acting and seeing, like I used to want to be a director of photography or a camera operator. I enjoyed just like setting up the shot, you know, and what that felt like, you know what I'm saying? Editing at certain points, you know? So for me, once I started getting the seeds of like, all right, Ryan Coogler, you know, doing Fruitvale Station, somebody that looked like me, close to the same age.
Yeah.
Doing a feature-length movie. Like, wow. I was like, okay, crazy. He like, Mike, you know, you could do that too.
Right.
All right. So that shit started to like, you know, creep into my head you know, over time. And then as I started to like grow within the franchise, I kind of figured this would be like the perfect opportunity for me to do it. Nobody knows the character as well as me. You know, I played him the most. But when I started prepping for Creed 3, I would say Ryan Coogler is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. That's big bro. You know what I'm saying? He's there. Denzel Washington, I just got finished doing Journal for Jordan, you know what I'm saying, with Denzel. And he directed. So I was always asking him a bunch of questions. And he knew I was prepping for this movie, so he would give me, you know, hella game.
What's some great advice that Denzel personally gave you and it had you open your mind up more from Denzel?
I mean, honestly, it was storyboarding. Like, he gave me my storyboard artist for my movie. Like, he literally called me up, called him, his storyboard artist on set, you know what I'm saying? From rehearsal one day, it was like, hey, yo, listen, I need you to hire this dude. I was like, all right, cool, done, it's over. Because, like, storyboarding is, like, pretty much when you basically, like, draw out, you know what I'm saying, and, like, panels, like, shot for shot, what the scene is, like, kind of going to look like. It kind of gives everybody an idea of what, you know, what they're doing. Each department kind of knows, okay, cool, they're going to be sitting in the seat, in driver's, you know, in the passenger seat, in the driver's seat, cool. Cameras from the back seat. That's going to be the shot that they end up recreating on the day. So like storyboarding was like super, super important to me. Bradley Cooper was another guy that I talked to a lot about. I wanted to talk to like actor directors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like being able to be in front of the camera and direct at the same time was something that not just a director was going to be able to give me advice on. So like those cats were really, really important. Ben Affleck was somebody really, really important. Jon Favreau was another director throughout the Marvel franchises. Like he's like super like hands-on and incredible within the Disney Marvel world. And one of the advice that really stands out to me that they kind of universally said was, don't feel guilty for watching while you're in the scene. And what I mean by watching is like, you know, when you're acting, you're supposed to be 100% present for your scene partner. You know what I'm saying? You locked in. You're not worried about the camera. You're not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the microphone or the cup or the phone, none of that stuff. So naturally, when you're directing, you slowly being like, hey, I'm, you know, going back and forth with you, and I'm like, oh man, that's bothering me. And so you slowly start to move shit out the way, and you're like, you're perfecting the scene while you're in it, and that's something as an actor director that could get in the way. And he told me just like, look, don't feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? The cast, the crew, everybody knows like your burden. They know what you're tasked to doing. So just do what you got to do. And that was something that really helped me out when I started filming the movie.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka.
New Amsterdam.
I got a little something new today. New Amsterdam Vodka is born from uncompromising passion for great vodka. This heartfelt commitment to excellence has enabled them to produce America's vodka from a superb taste and an unparalleled smoothness. Their liquid is rated 93, 5 times distilled and 3 times filtered. So they really put this through a process so that this vodka can taste extremely well. Wow. When it taps your tongue. I just want to tell you that New Amsterdam Vodka is mostly inspired by those who stay true to themselves. True. Like me and Wallo.
Yes, sir.
Nothing is more true to themselves like $1 Million Worth of Game, huh?
Always true.
Right, because we don't care about what anybody thinks. But back to New Amsterdam Vodka for pursuing your dreams and celebrating with friends and having an epic night out. This is why New Amsterdam Vodka is what? The official vodka of Barstool Sports.
And the presenting sponsor $1 million worth of game.
A hardworking spirit flows through everyone. Everything New Amsterdam Vodka does, from the water they use to the grains they select.
Everything.
Everything. Every step to distilling, the process. Find your wins with New Amsterdam Vodka. When you're out about at your local liquor store, make sure you get you some. Right. Like when you on a set and you know you got to lock in as an actor, okay? Because I had the pleasure. Shout out to the big homie Ving Rames. He put me in about 7, 8 movies. Nice. And when I first got there, I didn't know what to do, you know. But I seen when it was time for him to shoot, they'll give you 30. Ving, you're 20 minutes out. And everybody got to get away now. Yeah. And now he locks in and he goes all the way into character before he hits the set. Now, I did a movie with Steven Seagal. He was totally different. Yeah, it was like, tell me when it's what's the next line? Yeah. All right, action. What's the next line? All right, action. So it's like when it's time for you to hit the set. Yeah, is it more like Ving or is it more like Steven Seagal?
He says it's more like Ving. He's like, I'm locked in. I know my stuff.
No, because like usually the characters I'm playing, you know. Each movie is different. Each character is different. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go all the way in each character. You know what I'm saying? Right. It doesn't call for it sometimes. Right. Like there's some television roles and like, you know, guest appearances where, you know, sometimes you might, I don't say not phone it in, but I understand actors that's like, all right, I don't need to be all in right now in this moment. What's the next
You ever
line?
see that happen before?
No, I have, 1,000%. But every actor has their process. Like as long as you get to where you need to get to and you get what you need to get, every actor has their own, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, process and getting into character.
He's seen that before.
You know, 1,000%. But it's like Killmonger, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Killmonger, I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? Every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? When I'm playing Brian Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, in Just Mercy, I got to go all the way in. You got Jamie Foxx acting opposite me. He's like totally becoming, you know what I'm saying, that character. I can't be that guy on set. It's like, you know, hey, what's my line again? You know what? Granted, we all fuck up. Yeah. We all go up at a moment.
No, like, but Steven Seagal was going line for line. Next line. Get out, you bastard. Get out, you bastard. Next line. I'm like, wait, how is they going to put all this shit together?
Yeah. They
Great editing. Great editing.
Clip. Now, I'm going to say these names. After I say these names, you just tell me how you feel. Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Lawrence Fishburne, Samuel L. Jackson, Wesley Snipes, Vim Rames, Will Smith, Michael B. Jordan. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's a crazy list.
Now, how do you feel that your name is going to be mentioned?
Oh, that's you know,
and you're young.
You
know how much you still gotta do.
You still got a lot of. You're directing, so it's like. Now your mind ready to be running. Script's gonna be cut, like it's gonna get crazy now. Yeah. So you still heating up. You still warming up.
I feel like I just got here. You know, that's why I feel like I'm not worthy to be like named amongst those other people. You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm humbled that cats, you know what I'm saying, feel like I'm in that category or I'm working towards that. But for me, it's like I've always been the dude where, you know, people got to tell me, Mike, slow down and like, you know, look around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Smell the flowers a little bit, man. Like you enjoy the moment. Right. I got to remind myself of that. You know what I'm saying? Because where I come from, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, and I'm not trying to go back, but it's that, you know, you're used to not having a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when you do get accolades, you know, I very rarely just stand around and marvel at it. I just want to kind of move forward and like, what's the next thing? Like I'm ambitious. You know, I'm hungry. Like I like to build things. I like to build things for other people. I like to build platforms, and like that's why I started a production company. So I could, you know, I can't do every movie. I can't play every role. Like you see these headlines coming out, Michael Jordan playing this and he's doing that and he's doing this. Like I can't. There's no way I could do them all. You know what I'm saying? But there's
you have a company.
Outlier Society?
No, it's another one.
Obsidian Works?
Shout out to Obsidian Works. Now, the reason I'm going to say shout out to them is I'm the cultural advisor over there at YouTube. We created a program called YouTube Avenues, and we use Obsidian Works. And they came through each city. We went to Philadelphia, Detroit, D.C.,
Oakland,
and Houston. And I'm telling you, they materialized the vision that we have for YouTube Avenues.
Appreciate
YouTube
that,
Avenues is a program where we go to inner cities of America and we educate people on how to monetize on the YouTube platform, how to grow their page and all that stuff. And Bobby and them,
Bobby is
everybody, the whole crew, ISIS, everybody that came through, like they came through and they really like.
That means a lot to me.
They could turn a basement in the inner city of America into magic.
Whatever you want it to be.
Like magic. Yep. I'm talking about the way they laid the stage out, the way the screen was. I'm talking about the merch, the logo, everything was just like, City and Works was just like, it was just unbelievable, man.
Appreciate that.
That was crazy.
That means a lot.
Yeah,
really
they doing their thing.
And that was something that, me and Chad, I've known him since I was like, 12, 13 years old, from Newark, went to Hampton, worked over at Nike, for a long time. And, he quit Nike to start this company with me, you know what I'm saying, and built that up. So the kind of faith that he has to leave the stability of a company, being at Nike for almost 10 years, you know what I'm saying, to go start the startup company and believe in that and the vision of that, to hear you give me that feedback means a lot.
And I'm talking about we probably got like thousands of people came through our program.
Love that.
Each city, it was hundreds of people turned out, and the production, just the whole.
It was put together really well.
Unbelievable.
Nice,
I'm talking about unbelievable.
Now, Mike, I know you're humble and all
yes,
that.
you is.
Humble guy, it's hard to, live in your fruits right now. But nigga, you got voted the sexiest nigga on the planet.
How do you do that?
It's hard to be humble when you like, Mama, I'm the baddest nigga out.
That's hard. That's hard, man.
They all love me, Mama.
Yeah, that's hard. And you try to act like it ain't nothing, but you got to take the photo shoot. You got to be on the cover. You know what I mean?
Just so you know, before you got here, right? I said, what the fuck's going on here today? Because it's women lined up right here. It's women all out here.
They was hiding in cabinets and closets under tables and shit.
I said, do the whole Barstool know that Mike's coming in today? They said, yes. I said, okay. It explains why it's all these goddamn women just walking. We done interviewed everybody right here. They never came and checked to see if it was snacks in here. Is it snacks in here?
Yeah, all the type of stuff.
What the fuck is going on? What's going on?
Wow.
Oh, the sexiest man alive.
You out of control.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
The sexiest. Let me ask you a question. There's no way in the world, when you was a young buck growing up in Newark,
You thought that?
you thought I'm gonna be the sexiest nigga on planet Earth.
No.
Mike, where did you go at after this?
It's over after that.
It's no accomplishment that I don't think that you can achieve that could be bigger than being the sexiest nigga on planet Earth.
They're going to change the name to sexiest nigga on the planet. They're going to change that shit. They're going to change it.
They got to. Because it's like,
It's it's a catch-22. You think you want that shit, but all it does is get your homies over there just ammo to talk shit. They just talk shit.
You're a pretty boy now.
You pretty boy.
Pretty motherfucker
Over here pouring, drinking tea. This sexy nigga drinking tea. What? I just drink tea. I'm drinking tea. What's wrong with that?
You can't do nothing. Oh, he drink wine now. Look how you just
Pinky's
saw.
up sexy. Like what? Like
same shit you been doing, but now all of a sudden you got voted the sexiest man.
On you
now
every day.
Look at him, his pinky finger out while he talking.
He got brushes here. Look how his hair. He got extra waves now. They be killing him. They be destroying you every day.
But that's the fun part about it, man. And it's cool to get the accolades and all that good stuff, man. But it's then right after that they go, who came? Who's next? Who was that? Judd Apatow? No. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd was the next cat right after that. So not taking nothing away from Paul Rudd, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, Paul ain't as sexy as me.
I'm just saying.
I should have been 2 times
sexy.
Yeah,
that's how he is. Yeah, he said that. He said, "Oh,
Mike
man.
went back to back to back."
Yeah, well, I couldn't go. Now, you know what's so great is even stuff like that. It's like, well, in order to keep your cool and to stay focused and to keep your grind, a lot of people don't understand. What got you there is what you got to keep doing to keep going to the top.
Yep.
But Hollywood is so powered up, the parties, the extraterrestrial, all that stuff. How do you stay focused? Because you come from the East Coast. Yeah. And one thing about that East Coast grind is different.
It's
because
totally
we go through all the seasons.
Yes.
It's just harder.
Yes.
It's not easier. And it's like, how do you stay focused and say, you know what? That's cool It's all right. I might got to show up at certain places, but this shit ain't for me.
I say this. I say that all the time to people. I was like, yo, the East Coast cats, we just do better out west because we're coming with that grit. Because it's cold. Because we deal with snow. We have to deal with people on a day-to-day basis on the trains and subways and buses and like just walking through the streets of New York. Like it's a different grind. And LA's, you know, it's a little bit more laid back. You know what I'm saying? It does have an effect on your ambition sometimes out there. And for me, just coming from where I come from, bro. And like just understanding that, man, I'm built different, period. I'm just built different, man. And I've always had an eye, a discipline and a work ethic that I've had at a young age that I just apply it to everything that I want to do. So I would say that, you know, I rarely go out, you know, reading, you know what I'm saying, trying to reverse engineer how to be successful. Like, how do I, you know, start my own production company? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If Cass was out here doing this and that, being hungover the night before, I would have an edge if I wasn't. Did I go out and party? Yeah. Did I have a good time? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Did I do a thing?
Sexiest nigga on earth. What do you mean?
Walking to a bar, shirt crack. Drinks for everybody.
Little taco meat show.
I just got some taco meat.
Yeah,
Just came in. This shit just connected not that long ago.
Just came in.
So he's showing, he advertising that joint. Got a shirt right here.
About 4 or 5.
That joint crack right here.
I named them. You know what I'm saying?
They named it. That's crazy, man.
No, but like I think for me, it's always been like a work. I've always had. All right, if I'm eating food, I'll save the best for last. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat around it to the one part that I really want to eat. I'm gonna save that. I'm a delayed, you know what I'm saying, gratification. I'm that type of person. So like I'm literally like, all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's been my mentality. It's like I'm not going to trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of everybody else. Like that's not going to be me. I'm going to grind it out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality, and that works for me. You know
Works for me too, because I figure you get the money now, then you go out with a bang.
It is.
Because you know what? Ain't nobody pulling a U-Haul truck with your money up behind the
hearse. The hearse ain't got
your hearse.
Nope, not at all. And that's something Denzel says all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been blessed to be around cats who gave me the game and wisdom and just told me like it is. And I was just open enough to listen.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, any of my social media, you know that I am the parlay king.
Yes.
You know, I puts it down all the time. I'm talking about winner, chicken dinner. Barstool Sportsbook is a sports book made for stoolies and is the only place to find exclusive picks and parlays from Big Cat, El Prez. Follow or fade them, and it's up to you. Now, I don't understand why I'm not on there. They should have my parlays on there, too, with Big Cat and Dave, because I'll probably be winning more than them. But the Barstool Sportsbook lets you bet however you like. Daily odd boosts, live in-game markets, move the line teaser bets, to parlays, plus awesome same-game parlays. Casinos is also available in selective states with your favorite table games and slots. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did lose a couple dollars on the on the roulette the other day, but I bounced back on my parlay. So we're now offering $1,000 to new player bonus. If you first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Be sure to use code Gillie, Gillie, to unlock the $1,000 new player bonus. Okay, I like that. Must be 21 or older to gamble. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Barstool Sportsbook. All right.
Is it anybody you want to do a movie with that you haven't yet? Any actor in the world?
Oh, man. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Nah, see, that's some shit.
Yeah.
Right, you and
I want to work with Leo.
Do y'all know each other?
We do.
Oh, so it's going to happen then?
I think so. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things have to happen, you know what I'm saying, and fall in the right place for a movie to go down. You know what I'm saying? Scheduling, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, I want to rock out with Leo.
How long did it take you to get through the fake Hollywood stuff?
What you mean? Like,
we gonna get together. Make sure you get with me. You like, I ain't even got your number.
No.
I'm gonna get with you.
I'm still going through that shit right now.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying?
how you
like,
going through? I'm cool.
Now I'm like, yeah, call me. Call my people. Now I'm on this side.
He like, get with me. I'm putting you in the list. I'm putting you in the Creed 4.
Somebody they see you.
You gonna be listening. You gonna be in Creed 4. I got you.
Make sure you get with me.
Get with me
Mike,
tomorrow.
I ain't got your number, Mike.
No, they gonna
DM me. It's cool.
Oh,
It's cool. Nah, man, it's one of them things where you like it's. Bro, again,
that's crazy.
When I tell people, when people ask me about getting in the industry, I'm like, yo, my pathway is not
not normal.
one. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I mean, nobody has it's no blueprint to this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't really. This is why Creed 3 was so important to me. You know what I'm saying? And like telling the story because that survivor's guilt. You know what I'm saying? That like do you deserve your blessings? You know what I'm saying? Imposter syndrome. Those are all things that I've experienced and went through coming through where I coming from where I come from. So like my pathways, that's why I used to work so hard. I'm like, nah. I booked this job and then I booked the next one and I booked the next one. Like, why not this person and that person? I can't go out and party. I got to keep grinding. I got to make myself like feel the hard work. So I would like grind it out. You know what I'm saying? The discipline, like that gave me a sense of me deserving the blessings that I got.
Right.
And I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But that's what kind of kept me locked in. So I say that to say, there's been a lot of Hollywood cats. Yeah, we'll talk later. Cool. But there's a lot of cats that followed up. Yeah. There's a lot I followed up again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody said, oh, yo, yeah, we'll meet up later for lunch. Yeah, he hit my people. Cool. I went out and found who their people was. And reached out to them and said, hey, yo, look, your man said X, Y, and Z. I'm following up. Oh, snap. Cool, don't get an answer. I show up to the office. Cool, I'm that type of cat. You know what I'm saying? So like that was the mentality always been. I wasn't waiting on nobody to give me anything.
So to all the youngins out there that's listening, you can't accept no for an answer.
No, you cannot.
No only means next opportunity.
Yep.
Understand that.
And you gotta be obsessed about something. You know what I mean? Like people cats around, they're so distracted with so many things. With social media, it's the worst, bro. It's the worst thing ever. And obviously there's a lot of benefits to it, but at the same time, it's a lot of distraction.
How often you be on social media?
Every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously I like,
that
my algorithm
crazy. He can't go on that motherfucker.
Like I miss a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got other people handling my accounts and stuff like that. So I'm not really on it like that often. But I like, I'm cooking videos. I got save folders, nothing like cooking videos or like, nature algorithms or some like, random dance.
Yeah, that's
videos
him. He want to
stuff
see.
like that. Like,
he want to see alligators eat lions. He be seeing all the time.
I send that to them
I'm a nature guy.
All day.
I seen this hawk pick up this kid
That's all
at
he
an
be on.
ark and almost took our
man, I saw that too. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
But dad was like, what?
But now that I think about it, though, y'all got something in common.
No, we don't.
Yes, y'all do.
Nah, I don't like you. I don't like the look.
No, yes, y'all do. The women voted you the sexiest man on the planet, and the inmates voted him the sexiest man in prison. That's crazy.
He's a hater.
Wait, how long y'all know each other?
That's my cousin, man.
That's my little cousin.
Okay. I love this shit.
He went to jail when he was 17, and he did 20 years. He came home when he was 37. And today, it would be 6 years.
6 years out of prison.
Today?
Yep.
Hey, man. Hey.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah,
6 years, so I'm proud of him.
Just trying to show people it's another way.
Man, yo, I really want you to, I can't wait for you to see this movie.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I already know he came out of jail. You know how it be.
It's a lot in there.
But he gonna think he the dude that came home.
No, because when I seen the previews, right? When I seen the previews, and shout out to Jonathan Major. He's a hell of an actor. But when I seen the previews, it was something that was in there that was so realistic that you capture. A lot of times when brothers come home from jails in the inner cities, it be this entitlement, it be this y'all left me, it be that whole mindset of y'all left me, y'all abandoned me. And people come home, they have a lot of hatred in their heart. And it be a lot of envy for the people that evolved. And because, when you go to prison, life goes on. It was, I went to jail, and it was people that never went to jail. I come home, they're doing great. Some of them in that 20 years, they didn't worked and retired and got big homes and going on vacations with family, got kids. You come home, you ain't got nothing. All you got is memories of who you used to be, or you might have a couple with a homie still around, but you always going to have one or two good homies that did right. And if you're not strong enough, the envy could kick in of what they created, sort of like the movie.
Yep.
And now you looking at them like they're your enemy, and it's like you got this whole world out here. You made the decisions that you made to go down, but you don't want to be accountable for them, so you got to blame other people because it's always easier to say you over me. You know what I mean? So to see that, when I seen that in John, I said, oh, this is going to be crazy. Because I know that and the point of that, you know, he know, and I know, and anybody from the hood know, that happen all the time when somebody come home from jail.
Yep.
They mad at the world.
Yep.
That's the one thing I can give him credit for. He took total accountability for all the actions he did. He didn't blame nobody while he was there. He didn't blame nobody when he came home. He didn't come home with no attitude. He didn't come home with no entitlement. He came home like, I'm breathing, I got another chance, and I'm trying to be great, cuz. And whatever I got to do to put this message out there to the youth, that it costs too much to be a criminal, that's what I'm going to do.
And I see it all the time, man. I see Instagram posts, man. I see the stuff that you're doing, bro. And it's like every time I see it, I end up sending it to Jove. You know what I'm saying? I send it to Leo. I send it to my partners.
You like you about to cry?
Hey, get out of here. Shut up.
Getting sensitive with Mike and shit, man. You look at Mike all in the eyes. Look at the sexiest man in the eyes.
I ain't do that shit.
He about to cry.
I ain't looking him in the eyes, man. Don't do that. He said, I ain't looking him in the eyes. Don't shoot that shit. I ain't even look. Mike, tell him I ain't looking him in the eyes, man.
Look in the eyes, man. Look him all in the eyes. He giving him his props, man. I'll be watching you. He's saying like this, Ray, crying. Mike seen it too. Mike did this shit get whooped.
I ain't getting in this shit.
He lying on me, man. This boy lying on me. Listen, so at the end of the day, it's like with this right here, like this is great, right? Welcome to another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight. This one Empower Business Spotlights. We got Dion, we got Card on here, we got that tax, we got that credit. I'm talking about, listen, they just did a big class to getthebagclass.com. Go to getthebagclass.com right now. Listen, they're going to bless you. They're going to bless you with a bunch of free stuff. It's going to be free. And what's the free stuff y'all bless them with? Getthebagclass.com.
Yeah, I'm giving them my free my tax-free living ebook because it has 200 tax deductions that they can use in their business today. What you giving them, D?
Yeah, I'm going to get them the free Metro 2 credit ebook, and we just gonna show them how to get the bag. I'm gonna show them how to get the bag. I'm gonna show them what banks to go to, how to get the bag, how to go to the bank and say, run me my bread, and then that same bread, he's gonna show them how to keep that bread.
But what I like about y'all is this: teamwork make the dream work. And some days Dion, he's gonna be Batman. Some days Carter gonna be Robin, and some days Carter gonna be Batman, and some days Dion gonna be Robin. And y'all just on your game, and y'all really out here hard.
That's kind of like
that
us.
last class.
Some days you always Superman.
You always
some
Robin.
days he Wonder Woman.
You always Robin. I'm Batman.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
The last class we did, man, was powerful. We helped pump $500,000 in business funding into the Black community with our last class and help them save over $200,000 in taxes. So that's like $750,000 of money that have been pumped into the Black community off our class, man. And this is bigger than us. We know that our people are held back from a lack of information, and we don't want that to be a problem anymore. We understand that information changes situations, and we're going to give them the information that they need.
And like y'all said, we understood that, you know what I'm saying, there was currency and collaboration. So we said that we could come together and help people understand how to manage their money, how to get their credit right, where to go get the money from, and how to save money on their taxes. We can create a lot of generational wealth. That's what we really going after as a culture. And so we just came together to really make that not just something that we talk about, but actually make it a reality. You know what I mean? So when we held these classes, man, the room was to capacity. It was people texting us, emailing us, DMing us, saying, I can't get in the room. It was packed because this is the information that people need. So we're giving y'all what y'all need. We just need y'all to tap in. That's it.
Man, y'all had Wallo on there. He was talking so crazy. You niggas ain't let me in the room.
Bro, we didn't know you were there, bro. The Texas let us know.
He didn't even have no name on his screen.
It was iPhone. He had iPhone.
I'm just saying.
93.
I'm just saying. Talkers talk and doers do. And they doing it. You know, right. I was there as a, you know, I was supposed to be there as somebody that was speaking, but, you know, it turned into I was there as just a participant in the class, and it was. He was there just as one of my groupies. You know what I mean? He was. You got groupies?
Yeah, you was a male groupie.
You got groupies though.
He was a groupie.
Yeah, groupies in prison, nigga.
But the thing is, these guys is really not playing. I was on their class. I'm talking about it was a major class. People were so locked in. A lot of times when you see classes, you see people in there. They eating, they sleeping, they got their screen. But they was locked into that. Yeah. They was locked in to the information, you know. And I think that's very important. I think just the information that y'all pushing out and the way y'all come together, y'all came together and said, no, we gonna push this together because we waving the same flag is to help people.
Yeah, facts.
So if you trying to help people, that's the best way to do it. Connect together and just do your thing. Y'all doing it, man.
Yeah,
and give them that.
Y'all need to go. Get the bag class. Getthebagclass.com. And they're going to give you a bunch of information. It's just filled with information. It's filled with live classes on there that you're going to want to jump into. And it's just jumping. Now, outside of helping them people, what is coming up next? Because y'all always got something. You know, Deanna might call me, yeah, I'm working on this. I got this. And he won't say too much. But you got to give my people, what's coming up next? What's the next thing y'all going to do for the people, man?
I mean, you know, we got the software to play, right?
Yeah. So I'm actually in the process. I actually just launched a new Metro 2 compliance software where I'm literally showing people step by step how to not only repair their own credit, but to help other people repair their credit. They can make some money doing it at the exact same time. And it's a done for you software with like one click of a button. You can literally upload your credit profile and it'll do all the work for you. So you don't have to try to figure it out. What letter do I use? Do I use 609, 611? That's all that trash. That's all that gurus teaching all that. We're going to give you real tangible information that you can use. This is why people was lining up and our classes was packed, because some people preach and some people teach. We was teaching. We was teaching the people real step by step. Like we sharing our screen. Like I showed people a play. I gave them a play where you can go to Wells Fargo, less than 2 years in business, you get up to $50,000 unsecured line of credit. I was literally walking people through that step by step on a call, and they're like, "Yo, I just got 20,000. I just got 25,000. I got 30,000." We getting people funded live, real time on the call. But this is information that people don't know. But I'm walking them through not only where to go get the bag, but how to apply and like step by step. I'm showing them all of the fine print. I'm showing them how to read it, how to apply, what not to apply for, and like really like tangible information. So it's a difference between getting on there and you just talking, but it's a different when you actually on there and you changing lives.
Right. And then so when he teaches them how to get the money, I teach them what to do with the money in order to keep the bag, right? So one of the plays I gave some of the students in the room is that it's crazy that we were taught to like go to college and pay $100,000 for college, right? To go learn from somebody who is not doing what we want to do or not being who we want to be, right? And we can't write off that. We can't write that off on our taxes because college tuition is not tax deductible. A little bit is, but not a lot. But we can go pay a billionaire like Tony Robbins, a billionaire like Grant Cardone. We can go pay somebody who's doing what we want to do and being who we want to be. We can go pay a coach, and that money is 100% tax deductible to us as business owners. So we were teaching them how, all right, now you got the money. Now you can use this money to invest in yourself, invest in the coach. Instead of investing in the S&P 500, you can invest in the SME 500, and you can get a tax deduction for investing in the coach. It's going to teach you how to turn that 10,000 into 100,000 into 200,000. So there's a way that I use business credit to pay for my mentors. I get a tax write-off, and then when I make the money back, I pay my loan off with the money that I made from my mentor. So I'm learning and I'm earning without using any of my own money.
I'm tell you, these niggas want to be rappers, though. I'm you keep catching them throwing his bars out there. I'm learning and I'm earning, but
you know what it is? It's like this. At the end of the day, I think people need to understand what's the importance of mentors. Because you said pay the mentors, you kick that bread out. Yeah. Get the information. What's the importance of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you cannot teach what you do not know, and you cannot lead where you did not go.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying. Yes. So that if I don't know something, I need to go find somebody who knows it. Like if you got the receipts. If I want to learn how to get in a YouTube game, I'm gonna pay you whatever you cost to teach me how to do what you do and how to know what you know. So like we can take like how you say you can learn on your own, take the slow boat to China, right? Or you can get a mentor and get your success fast. You know?
For me, I look at a mentor. It's like the cheat code. It's like your navigation system. If I was to ask you guys, would you get in your car right now? I don't care what car it is. Would you get in your car right now and drive from here to Chicago? You probably gonna just say no, right? What you gonna use the GPS, right? So if I'm gonna use the GPS, why would we use GPS? Wallo, why would you use the GPS to drive from Philly to Chicago? Why?
Because I need to know the directions to get there. I don't know.
You want to get there the fastest.
Okay. All right, cool. It's the same thing. A mentor is just like a GPS. So why would you try to start or get into business and go from a 9 to 5 to being a business owner without somebody guiding you in the right direction? You need to get you a mentor, let them be your GPS to get you from where you currently at to where you're looking to go to, like you said, because I don't know where I'm going. I ain't never been there. I want to get there the fast. I want to get there the safest. And then if I get lost, a GPS does what?
It redirects me.
It redirects you. So if you trying to run a business, you make a wrong turn, you make a mistake, and you lose some money, you go to your mentor and say, well, how do I fix this situation? What do I do? How do I get myself back on track? Because they've been there and they got experience. You're paying for that experience. So you don't have to make all of the same mistakes. But if you just make one, a mentor reroute you.
Facts.
It reroute you.
How many motherfuckers you done rerouted?
Man, thousands.
Yeah,
thousands.
You had
Thousands.
You had a lot of motherfuckers in that room.
But here's the truth. If your mentor don't have a mentor, you got a problem. See, I got a mentor too.
Who your mentor?
My boy Neo Davis, Myron Golden. Just to name a couple.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It cost me a lot of money too.
Yeah.
But I pay that proudly because I know that I'm paying to play.
Shout out to Neo, man.
Yeah, hey, Neo,
And let me just say this. I bet y'all didn't know who Neo mentor was.
Who?
Me. So you niggas could just come to me.
I'm gonna tell you this. When Neo got me in his phone is Morpheus.
Yeah.
So when he called me, like, yo,
because you got a big fucking head. Fucking head this big, like
red pill, blue pill.
Red pill, blue pill.
No, but you know, and that's what it is. Even sometimes people don't have the finances to pay for a mentor. Sometimes you be having mentors in your life that already be there, just be giving you information and game to enlighten you and take you to another level, whether it's an aunt, whether it's an uncle, a big cousin, a sister. Sometimes people already have people lined up in their life. Sometimes we got to start highlighting them people that bring us value, because we don't do that. We only highlight the negativity. So we highlight, oh man, this happened to me. This person said this. Fuck all that. Who's bringing the value?
Nice.
And we got to be willing to accept that anybody could give you some game.
Anybody.
You know, people a lot of times only want to take advice from motherfuckers that they feel is doing better than them.
Yeah.
Facts.
So it's like, you trying to tell me something, nigga, you broke. But he had money before. He went through a lot of money before. He could definitely tell you how not to fuck that money up.
That's a fact.
So you know, sometimes motherfuckers be having good mentors and good guidance right there, but they just don't be wanting to listen. You know, motherfuckers be locking the jail cells on their ears, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that Wallo always preaches is, like, you know, what's your relationships like, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's huge. So like you know, when we did the class, they didn't just get us. They got our relationships. You know, you came in, Gil came in, we didn't let you on stage, but Gil came in.
Well, don't be saying I came in, don't nobody know I was there.
You set the equipment up. You set my equipment up, baby. You set my mic up.
You give a nigga some money. Give a nigga some money, now you got groupies. Look at
Set my mic up.
You don't know how to act.
Talking about you my groupie.
Yeah, but what was so important about that? We have people like Wall Street Trap, but the students got our relationships and not just our knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important that you understand, like, when you get in the room, like if you come to getthebagclass.com, that you get us, you get the game, but we also bring in other people to bring sauce as well, because we understand that it's collaboration over competition, and the more game that we can give them for free, the class is free, the more game we can get them for free, the better off everybody gonna be.
That's major, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought he is about to rap again.
He been rapping all day.
It's collaboration over fabrication.
They been rapping all day, man.
I thought he was about to go in his
Y'all ready to put a
Raekwon and
mixtape
chef
together.
bag. Yeah,
I got them two put the mixtape together. But I'm talking about to get all this free game from them. Go to getthebagclass.com. 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 You want to get the bag. Everybody's chasing the bag, but it's nothing like getting information that you can utilize, and they give it to you for free. You don't got to. You ain't got to pay for nothing, none of that. They gonna give it to you free. If you want to go to some other places, they could do that too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the fact that you could go and just grab what you want and dip, and then you go teach.
Yeah, facts. I think you should get one more credit play for the people.
I got you. I can do that. Y'all want another credit play?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is one that had the people going crazy in the room as well. And this you guys got to follow this play along. I give you guys the FNBO play. That's First National Bank of Omaha, right? So you go to FNBO.com, you hit the menu, the business menu button at the top, click on credit cards. You get 2 bags with 1 inquiry from this bank, right? So when you click on that, here's the zip code you got to enter. You can't even get into the website because they do what's called geofencing, which means you got to live or have a zip code in the area of that particular bank in order to get in the website. So one of the zip codes you can put in is 68026. That'll let you inside of the website. Then you apply and put all your real information, right? But here's the play. They're going to pre-qualify you, and they're going to let you know how much you get approved for, right? If I got approved, then how much? So now you get to determine whether you really want the bag or not without them even running your credit, right? Then what you can do is you go, before you hit approve, because some of the times what we're seeing is that they're not approving some people on the back end because you don't really live in that area, right? But here's the play. If you're a business owner and you know what you're doing, you can just go to ipostal1.com and you get your virtual address in that particular zip code in that area. This is a play. Right? So you already know what they're going to qualify you for. Just go register your business underneath that particular zip code, right? On ipostal1.com. And then you go back and go ahead and grab that bag. But then they're not going to give you a personal bag, but you get a business credit bag too.
And it's all legit. Getting it.
This is all legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can run your business from anywhere. Who's going to tell me where I can't run my business from? Right? So this is the play. Like, you're going to get 2 bags from 1 bank. And they're going to pre-qualify. So they say, hey, listen, Gil, we'll give you $10,000 for your personal. We'll give you $15,000 for your business. Now, you just got $25,000, 1 inquiry from 1 bank. Easy money.
Well, now I got to give a play.
You got to get another. Go ahead, do
I mean, second, you're not going to just outdo me on the show, bro. Let's just start this one. So real quick, as we know, like, our people love to go shopping. So here's my thing. If you're going to go shopping, why not have the IRS help pay for some of your bills, and why not write off your clothes and your taxes? So here's a play for anybody that wants to go shopping and want to write off their clothes. First of all, you have when you buy first of all, you have to have a business, right? So everybody, if you want to win the game of taxes, you have to have a business. So if you have a business and you go shopping and you get your business logo visibly stitched or pressed on your clothing, right? You get the business logo visibly stitched or pressed on your clothing. That is no longer a clothing expense. That is an advertising expense. So now, being a business owner, you can write off the cost of the clothing, the cost of the stitching, and every time you take the clothes to the cleaner. So all the $1 million worth of game hoodies, all the Wallo hats, those are tax deductible in your business as advertising expense because you're a walking advertisement for your business. So my thing is, if you gonna look good, why not look good in your own clothing? Write it off and bring business back to your business. We
wear our shit and the shit we represent.
You know what I'm saying? So like instead of buying designer, why don't you build your own brand, get a write off, and enjoy the free marketing? So that's a play, a tax play for them as well.
You know why they don't do that?
Why?
Because they too busy worried about what's on their body instead of what's in their body. They ain't thinking growing rich.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, we're just trying to help.
Now they got the information to do so.
Yeah.
Well, they just gave y'all multiple plays on how to get paid.
And y'all need to go to getthebagclass.com, 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 and they're going to sprinkle y'all with a bunch of game for free.
But most importantly, they said they're going to help you get the bag, but they're going to help you keep the bag. That was most importantly.
That part.
Because a lot of niggas get the bag and they down Kensington on that dope. Yeah,
fumbling,
man, they
fumbling the bag.
Now. They fumbled the bag. Yeah, man, I'm talking about fumbled that motherfucker like Tiki Barber. Yeah, man.
Yes.
I don't even know if Tiki Barber really fumbled a lot.
I was about to say, you seem confident though.
He played for
the Redskins, right?
There you go.
No, he
Just
played
shut
for
up.
Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
I know my stuff.
Yeah, my bad.
Didn't he have a brother or something?
I think there's another
twins?
barber in the league. I think.
But he used to play football upstate with Freaky Barber. I'm just saying. Tell him the classic.
But listen, man, go to getthebagclass.com, man, and get the bag, and they're gonna help you get the bag and keep the bag.
Yeah,
It's just like that.
Right now, how excited is you really about this? Because this ain't the normal Creed. You know what I mean? When this drop on March 3rd, this is your baby. Like you created this. Like how do that?
It's been 3 years of my life, man. Like making this movie, and I feel like I'm still.
Say that again.
3 years of my life making this movie,
and I'm glad you're saying that because we live in a world where everything supposed to happen right now. Like Instagram got everybody like right now.
Yep.
You know, you'll have a person that say, "Damn, I got a camera. I could do what he do." Like I could be because nobody want to wait. You said it took 3 years to make a movie.
Yep. Normally I'm in I'm in and out like maybe 6 or 7 months. You know what I'm saying? As far as like prep, move down there, shoot the movie, and I'm gone. I can move on to the next project. But for this one, from like the whole process of like creating a story, building a story, set design, the fights, designing everything, and in the pandemic, going down there, pre-production, scouting, shooting, editing, marketing now, and now I'm at the tail end of the press run, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to the movie to finally get out, man. Yeah, man, it's been 3 years, and I'm gonna have some postpartum on this one, you know what I mean, because it's so personal, and just, you have to obsess over it. Nobody cares more than you about everything. So you got to fight for everything. You got to, like, making the movie is a fight. You got to fight for your ideas. You got to fight for your vision. You got to fight. There's so many producers,
the
studios,
budget. You need budget.
The budget,
the soundtrack,
staying under budget, going over budget, asking for more money. If this happens, that reshoots, no reshoots, this availability, that availability. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine tuning, sound editing. We shot this movie in IMAX. It's the first sports film to be shot with IMAX cameras. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing things differently on this one, trying to make them feel bigger. I love Japanese anime. You feel me? There's a lot of anime influences in this that I use to help craft like a different look and feel for the fights. So it just, how do I feel? I feel I never felt more alive, or engaged and present on something, with people. I had to learn how to speak everybody's love language. You know what I'm saying? I got I got 200 people on the set that that looking at me like, Mike, what we doing?
Right.
And everybody doesn't communicate the same way. Right. I got to talk to you different than I talk to you. Right. This person needs a little bit more time and attention than that person.
Right.
That's a lot.
And balancing that and identifying that is like, is what I understand leadership is.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand it trickles down from the top. I can't come in with a bad attitude. I could be dead, dog ass tired.
Can't.
First one to set, last one to leave.
Right.
But at the same time, the next morning I gotta step up and be like, hey, look, this is the tone that we setting for today. I got young kids that I'm working with, that's deaf. ASL, Mila Davis Kent. Phenomenal young actress. She plays my daughter. I gotta show up for her. I gotta learn ASL. I gotta learn how to talk to her interpreters. her family is all deaf. Like there's so just the, you know, the amount of dedication and emotion and energy that I put into this project is nothing like I've ever experienced before. You know, I just turned 36 and I feel like, you know, this is the first time I really feel fully alive and present, and there's no comparison.
I got a 2-part question for you, right? How important was it to step out of just being the talent realm into the producing realm? And the second part of that question is, how much did it mean to you that the people had enough confidence to say, here you go, we believe that you can do this? Because a lot of people don't go from talent to being producers.
Yeah. Well, if you're around a project long enough, if you have a decent team, they're going to fight for a producer credit.
Okay.
Right? Now, that may be a vanity producer credit. You know what I'm saying? That just means you've been on this project long enough, so we want to, you know, break you in on a little bit more of the points.
On the back end.
You know, some back end. But that doesn't come with any expectation of you being in these meetings,
right,
or like sitting through script or going through any of the, you know,
still talent.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that portion of it. For me, having real involvement and seeing and caring where I want the story to go, it meant a lot. You know what I mean? Because being an actor for such a long time, you're just a piece of somebody else's vision.
Right.
And you're doing the best job you can to execute their vision. You know what I'm saying? It's their movie. They're directing it. So having a relationship with the studio, them seeing the longevity and what I want to build, they knowing who I am and my ambition and what I want to continue to do, they start bringing me in to, like, you know, bigger conversations. And I think that slowly started to unfold and build up to the idea of directing my own production company. Because it's not just one project. Like, being a producer, you know, on a project is one thing. Having a production company where you can produce projects and sell throughout the industry is a totally different thing.
Right.
That's the business that I was in. I was like, okay, cool. If I see a newspaper article or, you know what I'm saying, your story, I want to approach you and I'm like, yo, I want to buy your life rights because I want to develop it. I want to turn it into a show. I want to turn it into a movie. The ability in having a structure to do that is what the most important thing. The ability to greenlight things.
How much you think his life rights worth?
I'm not even doing this.
No, but we're going to do this right now.
No, I ain't doing this right now.
This I got the you was a petty ass thief, went to jail, did a little time, got out, man. You ain't nobody.
This is what it is right here, Mike, because you here right now. We're not gonna do this. We
got 1,200 for your rights
get out.
right
You ain't
now.
getting 1,200. This we gonna do. This we gonna do, Mike. Because you here right now talking, I'm gonna make a deal you can't refuse. We're gonna do the movie. The name of the movie is, and this is the movie. It's a document. However you want to. I'd rather do movie, but I think if we do the doc, we got a good chance of winning an Oscar. We can slide, and it's gonna be powerful. But the movie is the possibilities after prison. Me and you, we're gonna do the movie.
Wait,
and we're gonna talk about.
You left me the fuck out.
No, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You trying to sell it for 1,200? Bitch, I did. You wanted 1,200?
No, we gonna be the
No, you're not directing that.
Talent.
You talking about 1,200?
We gonna give him 600, 600. Get you out of here. 600. Get your life story 1,200. Get you right out the way. We gonna produce it
because I think, and there's a story there because the possibilities after prison is real. We all know somebody that's been affected by incarceration. But it's a bunch of possibilities, and I'm living the possibilities on a higher level. So I think there's something there, but when he's not around, I'm talk to you. I'm gonna get with your people.
Let's do that. Let's chop it up.
He gonna be off the text and all the email.
This ain't no Hollywood talk neither.
Yeah, I know. I'm being serious.
Yeah, I know you're.
I'm just gonna slide him to 6. I already is.
No, you're not doing
it.
12. He trying to give me one of the one line. The contract hits 3 lines. He sign everything off. I own your life. Here, 1,200. Bet. Let me go get some Jordans. No, we're not doing that. Dude, go to Dead Stock. Let me get. I get a couple pair of Dead Stock sneakers. No, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? But no, it's like right now. Shout out to the HBCUs.
Yep.
You heavily involved, and I want to shout out to Jackson State. Shout out to everything that Dion did for Jackson State.
Yes,
we was down there. It was major. Turned it all the way up.
Yep.
Now, why is your heart there so much? Explain that.
I mean, my brother went to HBCU. I grew up around HBCUs. You know, going down to the homecomings. I understand what that culture and that community means to like, you know, our community and us. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was like the challenge of. How do I take HBCUs and put them on a platform that's going to give these college athletes a look that they normally wouldn't get? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have all these, like, you know, we have the best talent.
Yes.
You know, why are we always going to these other, you know, these other Division I schools instead of going back into, you know what I'm saying, the HBCU community? Because we can change the whole structure of it.
Yeah.
Really create a real alumni system so we can actually start having the facility and the funds, you know what I'm saying, to be able to recruit the way we need to and be able to have the facilities that, you know, kids from high school actually want to end up at a Howard or a Hampton for, you know, athletic means, you know what I'm saying? And then, so having, like, you know, having that was and another reason why I thought of it, because I was watching the Maui Invitational. I was watching Maui Invitational, and I was like, man, I wonder how many, like, you know, black colleges, like, get a chance to travel outside of the country and play games like this. You know what I'm saying? I know what the, you know, the gift packets are looking like. I understand, like, oh, you know, when they get to Maui, they get in the bags, and then the winner gets this and that, and all the funds go back to the school. I'm like, damn, why don't we have anything like that? You know? So I was trying to start small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, start.
And then start to build some momentum so ultimately we can have our own invitational. We can have our own tournament. You know what I'm saying? It just came from trying to be disruptive. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way. You know what I mean? And finding my way through. It's slowly evolving. I ain't got it all figured out, but I'm slowly gaining some momentum. Sold out the Prudential Center, which was, like, you know, phenomenal. Yeah. The first year we did it was in a pandemic. We didn't, you know, we had great numbers for that. Yeah. But this year we really did what we needed to do. So now it's like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to see where it can go. Maybe, you know, instead of 4 teams, you know what I'm saying, now we maybe get 8. You know, we get 16, turn it into a weekend. You know, we offer some classes about coding, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and financial literacy that we have right now, entrepreneur, you know, pitch competitions that we're doing. We're bringing in, you know, different sponsors and brands, and now it's really wanting to be involved with this. So just using the platform as best I can to give these guys a look. You know, now with the name and likeness, you know, setting off right now these cats can get brand deals. Okay, well, I'm in Hollywood. I know brands. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can start bringing in little small brand deals for cats to start getting paid so they can start, you know, if they don't go to the league, at least they have something.
Absolutely.
Some paper. Are we setting up a pension for them in college, you know what I'm saying, in case they get hurt? You can have something to lean back on, because all these cats ain't going to the league.
No.
You know, but
most of them not.
But if you love ball, maybe you end up, you know, working front office. There's a lot of, like, jobs that's around the NBA, that's around the game of basketball. You can still have the love for it and not actually be on the court
and still be around the game.
1,000%. So those are things that I'm trying to, like, nurture and build and grow, and just give cats more options, bro.
Right. And it's great that you lead by example, because it seemed like you go into these, you know, partnership with corporations like Walmart, like Pizza, and be like, listen, I'm gonna be doing some things. I want y'all help. Because they jumping on board Pizza Hut, Walmart, and saying, you know what, we're gonna help you in the HBCUs. We're gonna help fund, you know, founders of startups and all that stuff, and help them and support them and take them to the fair. So it's like, that's major, and I just salute you for doing it, because where we come from, a lot of times they don't, you know, we receive forward, but we never give back. So, but you being so huge in the game and doing that, I think that's going to influence others to say it's important for us to give back to our communities and universities and just our people, man, that need the help, because we don't have a lot of resources that's available to a lot of people out there. Now, when we talk about the Rocky franchise, what was your favorite movie, Rocky?
Probably 4. You know what I'm saying? 4, I think, was the one I kind of, like, watched the most. And then went back and watched the first one. So I think 4 and 1 would probably be my favorites. And then, you know, obviously the Creeds, or, you know, I'm biased, you know, for me.
Favorite Rocky got to be when he said, Adrian! Adrian!
He was in that.
And the old head said, you're going to die in there, Rock. You can't do it, bro. I was like, listen, old head, bro, you going to check out, baby.
You going to check out. Rock ain't care. But it's like, when you talk about movies, what's your favorite movie of all times? That movie that had you like,
Probably this movie called Rounders.
Yo, when they was gambling.
Rounders,
Vin Diesel in them.
Nah, it was
Rounders. Is that when they was gambling in the room?
Yeah,
I'm thinking about Boiler Room. My fault. I thought about Boiler Room.
Boiler Room was like
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Boiler Room's dope. But
Rounders with Matt Damon.
Yeah,
he was
Ed Norton. Still gambling movie. Yep. John Malkovich.
One of the few movies you watched in prison.
No, that was
you don't watch no movies.
I watched that joint.
You don't watch no movies.
Listen, I watched that joint now.
So for you to know something about a movie.
Yeah, that was, listen, they was gambling, man.
They were in it. And it was something dope, the way, just like the cinematography and the, you know, the lighting.
It was clean. They was always in a dark room gambling.
And I love the, you know, the
like over Goodfellas.
My personal movie that I like, I love Goodfellas. I can watch Casino and Goodfellas all day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ginger?
This.
No, he doesn't listen to Casino. Ginger. He talking about Ginger was something else. But Heat was something good
He
too.
was fire too. I mean, it's so tough. It's like asking, somebody what's your favorite, record of all time. It's so tough to ask me what's my favorite movie. But the movies that I can watch consistently, like every time it's on, you got Bad Boys. Anytime it's on, it's staying on.
Man, I know his favorite movie, Creed.
he want to say Creed. That's
his director debut.
Crazy thing is, like, after I watch it with my family, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Like, I probably gonna put it down. That's probably gonna be it for me.
Yeah, because after you watch it, then you know what you watch it. The numbers go up.
yeah.
#1 movie in the country.
Hey man,
You already know. He knows what's gonna happen already.
Man.
Let's go. Tell them the date. Tell them when it's coming out. Let them know, man.
It's coming out March 3rd, man. Listen, man. We want to just break this news to y'all. He didn't tell y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm actually in Creed 3. I was,
you heard it here first.
I was a bartender in there.
Some shit he never. He always claiming shit he never smoked or drank in his life.
I was serving the lady.
Why would you be a bartender?
I just had one scene.
You don't know no drinks.
I just had one scene in the movie. I was serving women lemon drops. I was making lemon drops.
Okay, what's the ingredients for a lemon drop?
Some lemon and some vodka. And some sugar on the glass.
And drops.
This what you do. You spray the glass, it get wet. And then you drop it in the
glass.
Yeah, you know how they got the stuff on there? It get wet. And then you put it in it'd be like a bowl of sugar. And you put it there so the sugar be around the rim. And then you just put some, what's that stuff? You get the shaker thing. You put some vodka in there, Amsterdam. Put the vodka in there, shake it up. You put the vodka in there. And then you put.
I forgot he was a bartender in jail.
You know the lemon, see, I use the what's name lemon. Don't you know the lemon that they have in the
Myers lemons?
No. The lemons that they have in the grocery store is a little plastic bottle you squeeze in there. Because it's a different taste. And then I just cut the lemon and put it on the side of there.
Garnish and shit.
And just, you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh my God, this is
I forgot he was a bartender in prison for 2 weeks.
There was no bartender in no prison. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
And a DJ. He was DJ Do It All.
Get out of here, man. But yeah, so listen.
I love y'all, bro.
You know, Michael B. Jordan.
My man.
Directorial debut. I'm talking about, listen, man. And it was a couple things I helped him with. I had the clip. Action, that joint, I used to hold that in the movie too. I gotta insert myself into this. This is big. This is, it goes back to Philly, so I gotta insert myself. But it's coming out March 3rd. It's going up. It's gonna be crazy.
Going up, man.
I'm talking about, listen, take your girl, take the kids, take whoever you want to take, and just enjoy yourself.
We just want to tell you how proud of you we are, man.
Yeah, we proud of you, man. You represent us in a different way.
Because we were able to watch the way you just elevated, man. Mm-hmm. From here to here, and just think, man, you 36. You can act till you're 86, 96. Ain't no cap on acting. See, they put cap on rappers. Oh, you 44, nigga, you old.
You can't rap. By the time you get 44, you be in your prime. You be
just getting going.
He already, see, acting, you could be in your prime forever.
Yeah.
It don't even matter. Because if you still doing it at a great level, Will Smith still in his prime. When it come to acting, all it's just so you don't fall off when you put that work in like these guys, man. So shout out to you, man.
And shout out to y'all, man. Honestly, what y'all doing, we listening. And
appreciate that, man.
And it means a lot, whether it's laughing or educational or whatever it is, and it's informative and the wisdom. It really makes a difference, man. And y'all talking about substance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still having fun, still doing your thing, still being who you are. But cat like me, I tune in a lot, and I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man.
We appreciate that.
Listen, I don't even know who we gonna interview after this. We done got the sexiest nigga on the planet. like where you go?
Anytime y'all want to come back, I'm here.
Appreciate you, man. Gotcha. March 3rd.
It's going down.
Creed
3.
Go see that, and it's just like that. Right.